Okay, so today is December 4th, fourth day. This also actually is helping me keep track of my days of the week, just in general, so I appreciate that too. Today's was a little Elf Droid. If you've ever heard me go on my rant about Elf Droid, you know I love Elf Droids and have a whole psychotic fanfic about Elf Droids. But we're not going to talk about the Elf Droid right now. We're going to take a flashback to 1995 when Kenner was still Kenner. Now, Kenner was the greatest toy company of all time. They put out just fun things. Their focus was fun, fun, fun. And a lot of what they did with all their toy lines were deluxe figures, which were basically a figure and like a little vehicle, kind of like the speeder bike thing yesterday, which were always like a nice, affordable little thing to have. And it was fun because didn't just get a figure, you got something for them to ride on. You got that extra little play value thing. Now, they weren't always from the movie, like the speeder bike was from the movie. Sometimes they would make up things because Kenner going to do what Kenner going to do. I'm not going to show you the figure yet, but this is the skiff that goes with the figure. It's a very cool little thing the figure rides on. I'm going to show you the figure in just a second. If you're familiar with the Power of the Force toys, you know what's coming next. But just a warning for those that don't. Now, Kenner also, like we discussed, liked making their figures buff. We saw Chewbacca, buff. That Wookiee ass, yes. The Y back of, a stormtrooper. This was not the first Luke Skywalker figure I bought. I didn't actually buy this figure until very recently, in the past few years, because it's not... Guys, this is not Luke Skywalker. I don't know who this is, but that ain't Luke Skywalker. But this is what Luke Skywalker was to Kenner. So this is what they gave us first in 1995 when they first gave us a Luke Skywalker. I passed on it. Went on to the X-Wing pilot one, which looked better, but still a little weird, but not this. But anyway, like you could see, he's got his cool little, skiff thing that he can ride, just like I guess he would on Tatooine, if I can get him on it. But yeah, I actually did not get this probably until 2015, 2016. I saw it at a comic shop. It was something that I never planned on getting because I just didn't care. But then whenever I saw it, I suddenly missed Kenner. Like, I'd missed all those years of them making these ridiculous things with these. Well, I mean, not so much the muscles, but like the little vehicles and things like that. I thought it's an era that's just gone. But it was one that I feel like I should have embraced more as a youngin'. Look how cool that is. Hey, watch this. I shot it. And I actually, whenever I bought this, I hugged it whenever I first bought it before I opened it, because I was just kind of like so taken back to my youngin' days of Kenner love. Clearly, if you don't know this toy history stuff, like, you can tell by the past tense, Kenner does not exist anymore. They stopped existing in the late 90s. But this was their thing. Weird ass little vehicles and muscle bound. I don't know what that is. Kaylin said it looks like Zac Efron in that wrestler movie that he's doing, which I can't disagree. And a little side note, I just tried taking pictures of him, and he does not photograph well. He's just not a handsome fella. But I have other Lukes. I have better Lukes. But and this was not my first Luke, but for a lot of people, this would have been their first Luke. and I hope they liked him, because he definitely was a choice.